Hey guys, thanks for checking in on my channel. If you have questions about post-traumatic stress, or if you find out that you do have post-traumatic stress, I'm going to bring an episode to you, show you how to deal with that or who to contact. It's really easy. It's a long process, but it's an easy process. So if you have any questions, or if you've been recently diagnosed with PTSD, then I'm going to bring you an episode on how to get that process. So thanks for checking in again, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Luckily, I was on Reddit trying to expand my airsoft channel, which this is on, and I was on the veteran subreddit, and I saw this posting, and this posting saved my life. The food at the facility is terrible. Oh my god, that is one of the biggest reasons I wanted to get out of there, was because of the food. Everything else was cool, very calm, gives you the time to take a break, to step back. I'm married, a father of two, I love my family, and all I thought about was taking care of them, so I basically quit taking care of myself. Devoted my whole life to my job, even though my job was a very hostile work environment, and drove me to a stress point where I ended up, I guess, mentally snapping and having to call the hotline. But it got me the help I needed, and it saved my life. And we lose 22 veterans a day. I didn't know I had post-traumatic stress. I never went to combat. But the training alone that they put you through, depending on your career field, if you're ex-Air Force security forces and you're out there in the middle of the night guarding a couple planes by yourself in the open area, you are so vulnerable. And you feel like you're going to die depending on where you are. Like if you're in Korea and you're trained that the North Koreans are going to come down at any second, and here's this red line, anyone cross that red line, that means they're going to try to attack your plane, and you will protect that line at all costs, which means use of deadly force is authorized. I mean, you're not carrying a gun not to use it. That alone is traumatizing. You might be like me and think, you look everywhere you go to make sure there's not a shooter. You glance up at the rooftop to make sure there's not a sniper, because that's exactly what they train you to do. And that doesn't leave you unless you can get help and get therapy and live a normal life. But with all the shootings nowadays, and you seeing it on the news all the time, it really makes you check to see if there's a shooter around. I put ballistic plating in my backpack. I'm concerned for my children in high school, and I want to get them backpacks that double up as a plate carrier. It expands, and there's a bulletproof sheet in the front and the rear. I keep bulletproof sheeting in my vehicle. I put an extra skim coat of concrete around my house, about 1.5 inches thick, to stop 5.56 in case, the world goes to shit. And I'm telling my psychiatrist that I don't have post-traumatic stress. But I guess all those signs, looking at the exits as soon as you go into a restaurant, making sure you don't sit with your back to a window or your back to other people, trying to get that corner seat so you can have full observation of wherever you are. Those are signs of post-traumatic stress. I'm not a doctor, but that's what my psychiatrist is telling me. And there's no shame in seeking help and them putting you on medication until you can get through the crisis that you were at, the emotional state that you were at, until you can become stable just listen to what the doctors got to do, what they tell you to do. Seek the help. Call that crisis hotline. What happens after you call, you might not be able to control, but that's probably a good thing because you needed to make that call. So if you're watching this, wondering if you should make the call, you should probably make the call because you checked this out, which means you probably need to make that call, man. And here's this number one more time. Here's this number if you're an average Joe and you want to call the number. And if you're a veteran and you don't want to call that number, here's the number for veterans. Just make the call. Reach out for help. And you're not just doing it for yourself. I know you get addicted to thinking, hey, if I killed myself, all my family's gonna be there and they're gonna love me more. But you're gone, man. They can't love you more when you're gone. You get addicted to that fantasy that, oh, I'm gonna hurt this person. You're gonna hurt that person, but do they deserve to be hurt? That's your family. Those are your friends. Make that call for them. If you can't make it for yourself, make it for them. I hope this helped you guys out. I'm in the journey. I'm in the process of healing right now. My episode was about 2 months ago. September 7th, 2018. I got transported to a facility because I needed the help. I got the help. I'm in therapy every day. I'm in intensive outpatient therapy, learning DBT, learning mindfulness. I'm in trauma therapy on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I see a one-on-one therapist on Wednesday nights. I see a psychiatrist every 2 weeks. It makes me sound like I'm crazy. But you know what the one thing they tell me? Is I'm not crazy. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I deserve to be helped, just like you deserve to be helped. You deserve to be helped. You deserve to be helped. And you deserve to be helped. We're all people, and we all have feelings, and there's nothing wrong with having feelings no matter what they are. But there is something wrong when you act on those feelings. So please reach out for help. Join me in my journey of healing. Please subscribe. And hopefully I'm going to bring some of the skills that I learned to you. Especially for those of you that aren't as fortunate as me and have an insurance policy that can put me through all this stuff. Because I know insurance is ridiculously expensive. So if you don't have the insurance, keep checking in on the channel. I'll bring you what I learned. And it's free of charge, and it'll help you out. I promise you. Thank you.